Alright, folks. This isn't a live stream, this is just a recording because I don't know whether this will even be worth posting to my YouTube channel, but I just wanted to finish off this Jets season that I've done. I'm in my third season of playing as them, and just I poured 9 hours into building this team and playing a few games. So I just wanted to honour my past self and see how this team does. I'm going to simulate every single game unless I make the conference championship game, in which case I'll play as the defense. So pretty badass squad here. Now, I did try and stream recently, but about half an hour in I realised that it just wasn't really worth my time anymore. So basically, all that happened was I played a game and won, and then I've simulated a week and lost. So I'm 2-2. My linebacker Leighton Vander Esch, he got injured, and for 8 weeks, and so I didn't really know what happened when I pressed place player on IR. But what happens, and I thought it might be place player on IR for a few weeks, and then you can bring him back, and that would free up a roster spot to bring in a replacement linebacker in the interim. But it says here I can't bring him back from IR. So I'll monitor that. But it'd be nice if Madden told you what happens when you press place player on IR. So yeah, that's pretty annoying. 94 overall linebacker who I'm paying a fair bit of money. He'll be out for the year, I'm pretty sure. And it didn't even free up a roster spot. I think. I mean, supposedly there's 53 people on my roster, and I can't go over that. I just want to check out the ratings and what the injury rating is. Injury rating is 87 for Vander Esch. Now, Vander Esch in real life has had some injury problems. Yeah, okay, so putting Vander Esch on IR meant that it did free up a roster spot. But I definitely prefer to just put him on IR temporarily, because I want the dude back once he's healthy. So we'll look at just another player like Williamson. What's his injury rating? 92, 84, 91. Yeah, so Vander Esch's injury rating isn't necessarily low. I just thought Madden might have installed that because Vander Esch has had some injury issues, at least early on in his career. So I just have a policy when I'm playing this game. If a player is injured for 5 more weeks, I should really bring in a backup until they're healthy again. So if I bring him... See, there's stud linebackers to bring in as backups anyway. Now, how much money do I have? This guy won't start for me. And the amount of money between this guy and a younger but inferior player isn't significant, so we'll just sign this dude. Alright, so that'll affect our long-term upside. The fact that Vander Esch won't be coming back, I think. And also, it complicates things because I think I was intending to trade Williamson at the trade deadline, because I've got good backups waiting in the wings, and he's going to be harder to trade next year when his value goes down, but he's still got a significant cap hit. But I'll just worry about that in a few weeks because I can still use him.
Let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
I might as well mess around with this negotiation thing. An 88 running back, who'd be my full-time starting back and power back. 88 rating at age 24. I want him for like 5 years, maybe like 58 million. Alright. See, running backs are severely undervalued. Alright. He's not really in my long-term plans, neither is he. Moving forward, he's probably not. He might be a trade candidate because I've got good guys waiting in the wings. But I have noticed Madden does a good job of reducing the value of a player on the trade market if they've got if they're on an expiring contract. So I like that feature actually. Yeah, I got a bunch of expirings. So we'll just see how we go. I'll just assume everything's alright with the depth chart.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
How am I going? Pretty tight race in the division.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
It's not tanking time. 3 and 4, we're still in it, but yeah, not great. I won't bother trading Williamson if no one wants him. But if they do, we'll take a look. I just signed Teller. So I don't want to trade him just for fluff value. Can't be bothered trading Freeman. So we've got Michaels sitting here, who I drafted very early. 78 edge defender at age 21. I want to give him the reps. And we could trade Ryan or Hayward because Julian Love is waiting in the wings. Because he's not really being utilised properly. 78 overall as a backup strong safety. It's not great. But Ryan is a significant enough upgrade over him to keep him, I think. So yeah, basically I'll just take a look at trading Williamson and also Jenkins, because he's just not flat out not in my long-term plan, because I'll have McKinley on one side and that rookie on the other. It depends. Jenkins might only want a small contract. 2 years, 12 mil. So basically, do I want to allocate cap space to a player who I wouldn't really intend on starting? Can he play off ball? Be like a really good run stuffer? Yeah, he can. So he could be like a jack of all trades, like third linebacker. Which might help because I've got some linebackers who are on expiring contracts. So he doesn't want much money at all. I won't offer him any money until I figure out what's going on with my off-season. But we'll see if anyone wants Williamson. Yeah, no one wants him, so I'm not going to bother trading him. We'll see if anyone wants Jenkins. Yeah, a lot of teams want him. But now I've just got to assess what's my long-term outlook at linebacker, because he is good enough to play third linebacker, but am I willing to pay a third linebacker? He's asking for $6 million a year. I know I've complained about this whole the ratings on these rushing categories. So we'll have McKinley on one side. Yeah, and Michael's on the other. And then rushing, we'll have Quinnen and JJ Watt. Yeah, I've got JJ on one side at the moment. That's such a beastly D-line. So there's really no long-term outlook for us wanting Jenkins. But we might want him. So we'll have Van Der Esch long-term, and we will have Williamson next year. I would like to get rid of him because re-signing Barton would be a good choice. Alright, I'll offer money to Barton, who I'll pay up to $5 million a year just because he wants less than that, and also he might be the long-term starter if we get rid of Williamson. So 77 linebacker at age 25. I'd pay him $5 million a year for like 3 years, so 3 years, 15. We'll see if he accepts that. Alright. So we really just have got no use for Jenkins, so unless it's just like we can't be bothered trading him because he's a decent enough backup edge defender. But we've got this Brandt guy, we've got Zuniga, so I'm going to give I'll start the rookie and I'll trade Jenkins. Now we'll see if there's any good players. Alright, if there's no players I want on the trade block, are there any positions I should try and upgrade? I could be petty and just trade Jenkins for a pick, but I've already got heaps of picks, and I don't really know, like JJ Watt might retire, in which case I still wouldn't really have a place for Jenkins, so if I can get a second round pick for him, I think I'll do it, but otherwise I won't bother. Alright, so you want him badly. I'll most likely be able to get a second round pick for him. Yeah, I'll just do it. Get a pick this year. But what I should do is really cycle through who really needs a linebacker, like it's at the top of their team needs, and I might get the most value that way. There's a lot of teams that want him. Yeah, whatever. Might as well get a pick in future years as well. Come on. Oh, wait. Yeah, so... Ooh! Oh, that'll be over the cap. I'll just be under the cap. There we go. Thanks for your service, Jordan. I bet he's awful in coverage. Could be worse. I do not want Love as a sub linebacker, he's just too small. Give Cashman the reps there. While I'm at it, what was it? Backup edge defender now should be Zuniga, because he's quite good. So it's the benefit of picking high value players in the draft is just like they're cheap players who can do alright in spot minutes, and it just means you can allocate resources to other positions. Alright. So any other players I could trade who aren't in my long-term view, but I can afford to get rid of just for this season. I don't want to... There's a high chance that I just cut Williamson, in which case I'll need a third linebacker. So might offer him a contract at the end of the season. Oh, I can just worry about this stuff later. Is Bless Austin in my long-term view? So we'll have Chapman. We'll just have He could be my third DB. So we'll have Chapman and Molden are the only cornerbacks. I mean, he could play as my second cornerback as well. And from memory, I've got another backup, another good draft pick waiting in the wings. Yeah, Carter. So basically, if I re-sign Austin, it's essentially an upgrade over these two guys. but it's complicated because Love should really be a cornerback. And he's younger. But I can't offer him a contract yet. So ideally I'd have Love as my third cornerback. Whatever, man. Whatever. Alright. Fingers crossed, eh? I'm assuming that all Madden difficulty increases the difficulty when simulating as well. Alright, Van Der Esch can come back in a couple of weeks, so we'll see if we can actually activate him. Who's what's replacement? Alright, I got a win over a division rival, so that's good. Remove player from IR. Okay. Okay. Great. That's great. Alright. So what I'll do is I'll move Alexander Johnson outside. I'll just keep him on the roster. Because I could just cut him because Van Der Esch is back, but I'll just move him outside since we've got him. It's probably easy to adjust this menu here. No. Yeah, that'll do. Now, since I've got a fair bit of coaching XP, should I save that XP for potentially signing a free agent, or should I improve the training? I think I'll preserve it, because getting JJ Watt, I think it sealed the deal when I spent the XP on upgrading the defensive line free agency acquisition tree. What a tight divisional race, eh? You know what? I'm so in love with this team that I think I'm going to watch them play. I can't be bothered controlling them, but I'm going to watch them play. For like 5 quarters, whatever. Might as well upgrade them for this game. Wow, all this work just to upgrade Chapman. Alright. Yeah, whatever.
Today, from we are in the first quarter. We get you back.
Where's Josh Allen gone? Might have signed elsewhere.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. That catch good for 5.
Third and 12. Get him. Get him.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Wow.
Sailed a bit.
Yeah, see, Diggs is... So how do I just watch each play? Okay, I think this will just simulate it. Can I change the angle? Camera angle?
Back to throw now.
Yes!
And Jones has it over the middle. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Marvin Jones
I'll just do this until it gets boring.
brings up second and 7 at the 42. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And
That's hard to defend.
midfield. Let's yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, yeah. Keep it moving.
Diggs from a week ago.
Alright, if I press A, it keeps it moving.
63 yards.
If they run the ball here, I'm going to have a tough time.
This way. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
Now throwing on first down and completing it.
Good job.
And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up second and 9 at the Jets.
Oh, I ran the play.
The throw over the middle,
Fucking
taken
Diggs.
in. And he's going to be brought down.
Fucking Diggs.
Will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bills nothing.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
On the pickup, brings up second and 2 at the 29-yard line.
The first carry now.
Great job.
It's Jamal Williams.
Great job.
And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once. It's on third down.
Alright, we've seen enough of... What?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Ugh.
He finds Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a first down carry.
It'd be fun.
Legs still churning.
It'd be funner to watch this team with JJ Watt because he'd probably just blow people up.
And now they face it.
I'd have no idea what's going on with this simulation.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
Nice. That'll be a field goal. They never go for it in simulation.
As they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Yeah.
Couple yards on that one. And that
Alright, I'll watch one more possession of the defense.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. Linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative.
Oh yeah, so it's... What happened? I must have thrown a pick.
Out of the gun now on third down.
That's too much time.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Bills give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
What just happened?
Line, but it's incomplete.
I nearly picked that.
2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I think my secondary... Oh, there we go, boys. Nice job.
He's gonna go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
I feel like my secondary is good enough to
field goal team now for the second time.
Yeah, I don't want to see
From
this.
the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.
My secondary is good enough to blitz a fair bit.
And the
I'd like to see that
11-yard
more.
bangs it through, and the Bills
If I
will
could
take
make that
a 3-0
automatic setting.
So we're
I don't want to see this crap.
no breakthrough on the touchdown.
See how clunky this simulation is? There's a lot of potential for this to be a lot of fun. Here we go. This guy's supposed to be an elite returner. Why would you not bounce it outside to the left there?
So now here comes the field goal team from the
What the heck is going on, man?
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Bailey.
If you're not going to do things right, you shouldn't really do it at all. And Madden's not kept on top of making sure that this simulation option is any fun. I don't want to watch it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll drop this one down to Freeman. And they'll get him down after a pickup.
You're gonna have to hurry it up, aren't you?
To Devontae Freeman.
Should I watch this drive? So how do I simulate the entire game? I think play key moments is the best way to go about it. So suddenly I'm in... That was lucky.
Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him. On it's third down.
I must have hit a big play or something.
They'll set up a throw. Open man here.
What the
Throw is
fuck?
complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline to do that.
I just can't be... This is bullshit, man. Should I... I'll punt it. Yeah, see? This might be a fun way to watch the game now that we're here. 3rd and 7. Can we get the stop? No. Huge play. So if we change the speed to normal, how does it go? Yeah, right. So otherwise it tells us what happens before it happens, which is not great. Stop him. They'll go for 2, surely. Yes! Great play. Nice. Not so nice. Nice. Go for it, you cowards. Nice, getting the ball back, baby. I feel like in simulation they throw the ball way too much as well. punt again. The game will be over if they score a tutty here. That's it. I've got an absolutely incredible O-line and I keep getting sacked. Gotta go for it.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game. No
Yeah, fucking hell.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put.
See, I've heard this commentary over and over and over again, so it's certainly nothing special.
Offense is spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they.
I needed that game.
You have a big decision here to make about one of your players.
Yeah, I want JJ to play. High chance of re-injury. Look, it's a tight playoff race. I've got to play him. No, see, I want Watt back in that lineup. Also, were they running a 4-3 there when I was simulating the game? What the fuck? I'm gonna have to verify it. I'm gonna have to verify that because I've got a base 3-4 defense in my settings. So if they're not running that, they're playing complete scrubs in coverage on the edge. I'll just have to check this again. Schemes. Base 3-4. Multiple 3-4. So I don't really want a multiple 3-4. That might have been where I was going wrong. That might have been impacting the results there. So I got the dub. This might be my last opportunity to watch them again, so I'm going to do it. And just make sure that it's a base 3-4. Maybe that's where I was going wrong in my earlier seasons. Might as well just watch this drive.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman.
Lit up.
Taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down, New York.
From the shotgun, he'll...
Oh, you asshole!
Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. He takes this one back into the end zone. The Patriot defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense
Oh well, at least you get an immediate chance to redeem yourself when you throw a pick six.
Now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And he's brought down after a very nice
That
game.
was sexy.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down, Jets.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that is Allen. Still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Freeman again, a first down carry. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Defensively, 6 DBs in the game.
You get sacked here out of field goal range immediately.
He'll drop to throw.
Easy money!
David Njoku. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able conversion. 2 big plays.
Yeah, see, it just skips some plays. Like can't just teleport to the goal line.
They're going to look to throw. And Mims has
Nice.
touchdown Jets.
New York.
Denzel Mims with touchdown number 7 on the year.
It'd be good if I could press a button here and skip the special team stuff. Because I can't be bothered exiting and then re-entering the game.
Touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick
If Madden wants to improve their game, they've got to watch these series of videos, that's for sure.
And he returns this to the 22.
Alright, let's see how this defense goes. Who is their quarterback?
Commanding the offense will be the second
Josh Allen.
overall pick of the 2018
Okay.
draft. It's Josh Allen.
Yeah, very good.
Something to build on in last
Gee, Bills fans wouldn't be happy if Josh Allen did that in real life.
overall. The numbers won't
Going to a divisional rival.
2 touchdown passes and an
Right, so that's a 3-4.
Bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line.
Alright, so now that's in the... This is the dime set.
19 carries, 81 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game, and even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them, make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
You get more pressure.
The former Seminole Auden Tate, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Middle of the field.
Bit of a hospital pass there.
5 yards on the
Meaning,
catch there.
you throw the ball to your receiver and the receiver's probably like, yeah, I should try and catch this, but I know I'm about to get lit up.
This is White. And that
Who's number 43?
he's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 30.
Marcus Williams, right.
Offense cash.
See, what just happened, man? This game is buggy and faulty, man.
Run with Singletary, and he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Love to see it.
Devin Singletary with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Turnovers, come on.
it's White. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
25-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, complete to Tate. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Yeah! Oh, get him! Get him! Yes!
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Playing defense is really hard in this game, like manually, but it's so satisfying when you do make stops and things like that. Alright. Good. Good outcome. It's a very Jake Bailey play too. I don't know why the Patriots made him one of the highest paid punters in the league. Slow release, and I feel like I've seen his balls go into... Come on, come on, no.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter.
Trevor Lawrence is a great running quarterback. Why wouldn't you just run at that point if there's nothing on? Yeah, Jake Bailey, I feel like he kicks it into the end zone too much as well for a touchback, which is, the difference between starting your offense from a touchback point, like on your own 25-yard line, as opposed to maybe your own 10-yard line with a decent punter. That makes a huge difference on the outcome of the game.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes,
That was a huge punt.
when we were kids,
That was
we'd run about 3 different
way to flip field position.
Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
22-yard line.
Allen now on first.
Ooh, come on guys, get your head to the ball.
Incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I wonder if the Patriots O-line is really good right now.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
First down, here's White. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 30.
Get any more wide open, man.
Yards the pickup there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's caught by Hollister. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the
Go JJ. Ooh, yeah.
And a quick throw.
That pressure meant they had to pass it quick because JJ was coming.
Three on the play.
Yeah, this'll... See, what happened? What just happened?
They run here with Singletary, and that play
Tough.
absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did.
I won't be able to watch this because it'll do this weird bullshit skipping crap. Like, what's going on?
So right here, this off. Now Aldrich Broses for the field goal attempt.
A 22-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Okay.
And it's caught. Jets.
All right.
David Njoku. His fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes...
So I've got to exit now
big time, especially...
and change the speed to normal, and then end of game, just to see what happens. Nice. Then got to get a stop here. Nice. Get the ball back. We can really stamp our authority on this game with this drive. Nice. Field goal. I think changing to a base 3-4 defense has made a big difference. Okay.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division,
I think
which always helps.
And on the road. How about
Got a fair few sacks in this game.
Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah,
Most
they
times
thumped 'em.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each
Okay, note to self, make sure that the defense that you've designed is actually on the field. I could win the division. But not with a result like that. Alright. This is a tough Browns team. But I'm gonna watch the game. This is why you have cap space to fill up your roster in case something bad happens like that. So who's the best D tackle? Probably go Dunlap. How much money have I got? Probably go Dunlap. Dunlap. That'll do.
You have too many players on your team. Choose which players you want to cut.
So this IR function, they should be more informative about it, but this IR function is actually really helpful because now I've freed up a roster spot. I think. Okay, this is a very critical game. Alex Johnson Do I have to manually change that? Because there's no way that Johnson should be on the interior of the D-line. Yeah, I'm happy with that. How did I lose to a 4-12 Ravens team? This game, man.
Today.
Super Sim. Speed. Normal. I might go slow and watch it play by play later. But for now, we'll just see how we go. They missed the field goal? Oh no, they got it. Go for it. Oh, great defense. Okay, good field position. Just go ahead and squander it, why don't you? Nick Chubb is the third best running back on his own team, let alone, for people to say that he's in the top, amongst the top running backs in the league is insane if you know anything about football. Dearness Johnson, oh that's good, let's just give it right back, that's good. Dearness Johnson and Kareem Hunt are far superior to Nick Chubb. Just Nick Chubb puts up the big numbers because he gets a lot of reps, man. But is he making the most of those reps? I don't think so. I feel like he's a bit of a fumble risk. He runs upright, ball security doesn't seem that important to him. He's just not detail oriented and little things like pass protection. Lazy in getting open on pass plays. And as far as running the ball, I don't know if he fights for extra yards. He'll brush off a few weak tacklers in the secondary, but I'm really happy with the way my team's playing. But yeah, you watch Dearness Johnson, absolute monster. And I don't think he's gotten many reps this season for the Browns in real life. Kareem Hunt is rightfully wanting to get a big fat new contract because he's one of the better backs in the league. It's just weird to me that people are getting a Chubb for Nick Chubb when there's far superior players on his own roster, for goodness sake. Alright, is that out of field goal range? Oh. Spoke too soon. Well, Donovan Peoples-Jones is just an elite receiver, is he? 2 touchdowns on the day. Move them chains. Pass Nick Chubb for a 91-yard touchdown. Great. This fucking guy. I cannot stop them for shit. The Browns are way too OP in this game. Overrating... I mean, they were a great team. Definitely overrating their O-line. O-line was crap. Everyone's like, Wyatt Teller All-Pro. Nah! Yeah, he looks good in pads. Is he playing the right way? Is he doing his job? I feel like when they didn't bring back Olive Vernon and Ogunjobi, that was a step backwards. And then their season suffered. But if you have Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham on your team, 2 huge, big-time offensive playmakers, throw in Austin Hooper and the good running back core. You know, Chubb is neither here nor there, but you throw in the other guys. And Baker's like an above-average quarterback in the league, no question. That team is a contender, but they threw it all away when they let Odell go, and they're going to be mediocre now because Baker's better than Deshaun Watson. And yet they put all their eggs in the Deshaun Watson basket. Alright, I'm going to try and watch everything now. That's a soft defense. Yeah, I could have predicted that would happen. See? I know my football. Fuck you, Chubb. He might be a nice guy. I'm just not huge on him as a football player. It has been a dandy. Jack Conklin is a good right tackle. Jedrick Wills is a pretty good left tackle, so... Nice! What's this? 3rd and 9. This is a season-altering play here. What's the flag? Is it holding? Huh? That doesn't get called much. Good collapse. I like it. Also, I was thinking, do they even show tattoos in this game? I don't think they do.
And a short gain down to about the 33. So a big one coming here for Kaimi.
No,
Getting down to the good stuff.
so I must have gotten a stop because they're only attempting a field goal now.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one is right down Broadway.
I think I should probably have changed my strategy to definitely prioritize defending the run because my defense is good enough to make up for
Did they score too soon? Post game will tell us, right?
prioritizing that as far as the secondary and getting pressure. But I just can't let Chubb get those easy first downs.
It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash.
A 49-yard attempt.
So they suddenly just put up 6 points. Is this a glitch in the game? Ready? What just happened? Because I don't think any time went down, so they just gave him another field goal chance. This game is broken. And he's supposed to be a great returner and he keeps running straight into the defense. So what's that? What's that? AI. I want to watch my team play. This game is crap. Way to fucking destroy a game that I've loved. And they get the ball back. Unacceptable, man. And that's my season, I reckon, because all it takes is one other team in my division to get a win, and that's it. And I missed the playoffs. Alright, let's just sim to the off-season. I'll just do a little overview of what I would do in the off-season, but I've had enough of the Jets in this playthrough. So what's our team looking like? So Gibson will be our designated backup, third back, probably. What happens if I cut Williamson? Don't even free up that much money. So JJ hasn't retired. I think there's still a chance that JJ retires, so should I spend XP on that? Because he's that good of a player in this game. He's a 93. I should probably have thought of this before, but I think I'm going to spend it because unless it's too expensive, it's not. I'll just spend it YOLO. That way we don't lose JJ unexpectedly. I'll just assess here. We're obviously a win now team, but we've got some other younger DBs that we could re-sign. He's not really in my long-term plan. I don't want to spend that much money just to upgrade. It'd be upgrading Matabuki. Oh, sorry, Devontae. I could be loyal and bring him back as my third DB. I've got to figure out what to do with Williamson. How much cap space do I have? Not much. Not much at all. So no, 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 no. No, because I've got Frymouth as the fullback, second tight end. Probably bring him back. Maybe depending on what I do with Williamson. Because he's cheap enough to be a third linebacker. Maybe. No. And so I'll have Love and the other dude as my starting corners. Love and my rookie as my starting corners. So would I prefer Hayward, Ryan or Austin? I think I'd prefer Hayward over Austin because I'm a win now team and Hayward's still significantly better than Austin. But I'll just throw some money at Love here. He wants a fair bit of money. I'm going to change it back to cornerback. Like, some people might deem this cheating, but he's going to want less money, I think, as a cornerback, and I want him as a cornerback anyway, because he's just not good enough at tackling or block shedding to be a safety, even though in this game he comes in as a safety by default. So he's only a 76 corner. Oh well, that's good to know, but that does probably change things. And again, this is just being pedantic, but I like being pedantic. So I'd still choose Love over Austin here because Love's much younger, but you know what? I think I'm going to just simulate through, not re-sign any of these cornerbacks, because I'm actually happy with the cornerbacks I've got on the roster. Like, worst comes to worst, I'll just play them and I'll be happy because they're young and they're good enough to play, I think. So I'm not going to address the cornerback situation at all. I'm not going to re-sign Hargrave. I'll just see what happens with Freeman. I'll keep him in mind as a third running back, but I don't want to allocate any money unnecessarily. It's just basically, at this situation, you just sign a player who you don't want to risk losing. So I can risk losing him. So I've still got Cody Barton. So it's Van Der Esch and Barton are the designated starters. But what happens if I enter free agency and there's some stud linebacker that I can, so therefore upgrading over Barton? Hold on, I'll just see if anyone wants Williamson. Oh, I can't assess that at this point, can I? Yeah, I've got to cut Williamson because I can't be paying him so much money when I've already got, I wouldn't want him starting. Oh, but hold on a sec. We might change to a 4-3 with Hargrave going. But JJ's going to be in there. I have Quinnen as the nose tackle, Matabuki on one side, Watt on the other. Yeah, look, I'm not going to bother. It says here I've got 28 million cap space. Let's see what salaries I can get out of. So there must have been more guarantees in this contract, because usually when the last year of the deal you can get out of pretty much all the money that you've allocated to them. Alright, I'll just check again if I can get anything for Williamson. Adding 6 million cap space. time. So if I ever need 6 million cap space, I'll cut Williamson. We'll move Mims to wide receiver 2. Nerd! Nerd! Oh yeah, we'll have Davis as a slot corner. Might as well actually use him. The poor guy's a good player, but he's been languishing as a backup. He's not the best slot corner, but whatever. Could move Marcus Williams in as a slot corner. We'll see if he's good at covering. You probably need good man coverage. Yeah, not great. But Davis might be worse. Yeah, he is. Whatever, man. Whatever. Alright, so with this money, I think we'll just see if I can get a stud cornerback. That's probably the biggest priority. There's no real upgrade over the guys that I had on my team. So I'd probably just bring... Okay, so Hayward, Ryan... How many corners there are? Austin, Love. I think it's a decision between Love and Hayward. I think because Love is cheaper. 76 cornerback at age 25. I want him for like 2 years, maybe like 8 mil. Yeah. And then I'm pretty much happy with every other spot. So we'll see if we can get some game changer. Yeah, could get McCoy would be a good get there. Yeah, not the best free agent class. '87 center at age 26. I want him for like 5 years, 70 mil. And there's no real upgrades anywhere else. So we'll go for those backups. I could upgrade the Gibson third down back, but I'd only pay about 4 mil a year for a guy like that. But I could probably get Pollard here. Running backs are so undervalued. I'll pay Pollard 4 mil a year for like 5 years. Which equals 20 mil, right? Maths. Whatever. I do need a third tight end. I'll just pay you like 1.8 mil a year. Sure. I won't bother about backup O-lineman. So he'd be upgrading the rookie that I signed. I'm not going to be able to afford him really. I'll get a good backup strong safety, which I'd pay like 2.5 mil. So we get him. But then of course I've got to assess, can they play strong safety? Or I could just upgrade running back. I'll bring back Hayward, 82 cornerback. 82 cornerback at age 33. I want him for 1 year. Maybe like I pay him like 8 mil. Because he's a former player of mine, I'll just go up to that. Yeah, I won't spend any XP on trying to get him though. Alright, so as far as cutting Williamson to get a better player, there's no one I really want, so maybe I'll just keep the old boy on staff. Because there's a fair bit of dead money if I cut Williamson. Because I just don't really need anyone else. And he could be a cut down the line. Alright. Let's see if there's any game changes on the trade block. Because I'm, yeah, whatever. Hayward accepted the contract. Alright, if McCoy rejects, if I get a competitive, I just forget, I just mumbled. And this tedious little interaction here, you don't know how much his 5th year option is worth. So that, which would clearly affect decision making. Alright, so yeah, so now I'm going to cut Williamson because I really do want McCoy. And I'm paying Wyatt Teller 4 mil a year. So I'm upgrading him, and 4 mil a year isn't the end of the world paying a backup that much. Alright, thanks Avery for your service, but wait, does that mean that I now have to sign a 3rd string linebacker? Yeah, I mean, I don't know who this Rice guy is, but he's an alright backup to the point where I don't know if I have to even worry about signing one. See, this is the benefit of just having rookies just sticking around, you know, or like young players on their rookie contracts just sticking around. I say, okay, so to compete, 87. What's the maximum amount of money I want to pay this dude? 87. An 87 center at age 26. I want him for like 5 years and like 75 mil. So try and compete with that, huh? Try and bring it down to, yeah. Ooh. I think I'm gonna have to spend the XP. Come on! Yes. Okay, I'm not going to bother drafting, but I'll just outline what I might do, and also I'll just see how many picks I've got. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, that's kind of realistic. I feel like some teams go into the drafts with that much. Alright, I'll just generate best lineup. Just for you guys to pleasure yourselves to looking at my glorious creation. Look at that O-line, man. Filthy. Again, this is probably the best I can do as far as building a team. You know, this is as much micromanaging as I've ever done, I would say. Yeah, so I brought him back. Davis is the backup safety. And then I bring in, like, move a corner to safety. Which one would that be? Would it be Carter or Molden? So he's good at tackling. So you'd love to see that. Is he fast enough to be a free safety? Like a single high type guy? He is. Yeah, he's less good. So JJ Watt will come back and fill in this right end spot. So I've got plenty of edge defenders. Probably need to get so as far as drafting, what position group would I want to allocate to a first round pick to? Maybe receiver as a third receiver, because Sims, how old is he? He's only 26, so yeah, I mean, I'd probably go, I think McKinley might be, I'll have a look at his contract. I feel like he's nearing the end of his deal, although I did sign him, I signed him for ages, so I've got my two edge defenders of the future. I've got Williams and Matabuki, but then that third D tackle spot I could upgrade, but spending a first round pick on it might not be wise. I might just go cornerback I'd go cornerback in the first round again. And then also assess the quarterback situation, because obviously, but Lawrence is probably good enough to just straight up pay, so he'd be worth the quarterback money. See, I've just done such a good job here that I don't really need to spend any picks, but it would probably be corner. This guy was a high first round pick and he hasn't developed the way I wanted him to. And he's still dog shit in zone coverage, apparently. So I'm a bit wary of these slot corners because I drafted a high slot corner, so a they're labeled as a slot corner, and he's really bad in zone coverage, so I don't like to see that. Okay, so if he's around at the 8th pick, I'll trade up for him. So I'll just cycle through. I'll just do the first round or two. So if that, what was it, Nash? A center being picked first overall, that's interesting.
The Texans are now on the clock.
Alright, so he's gone. So the other really good corner. See, I just need a corner. I don't want to stuff around with moving. These guys are really talented, but they won't have the corner skills that I want. So he's the only guy. So there's also this guy. He's an early first. He's a late first. Mid first. Is it worth trading up for this dude? Maybe like the 13th pick, if Carson is still around, I might trade up.
The Ravens are now on the clock.
So those two good quarterbacks are gone.
The 49ers are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock.
Yeah, look, he's supposedly a great player. But maybe that whole man-to-man thing is more important. And look at his stats. Look at his combine stats. So that's pretty crap, isn't it? I think I'll just let this go and then I'll draft Davis just as an experiment.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Unless he goes beforehand.
The Bengals are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the
So
clock.
Carson just got taken.
The Jets are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Anyone worth trading up for? Well, the only other position I'd even consider taking in the first round was a quarterback, I think, but I'll just advance to the next round. See if there's any guys, because I've just got so many picks, I've got to do something with them, right? Oh yeah, no, my receiver situation is set. Could draft him because tackles are hard to come by. Early first rounder. Yeah, might as well throw you in then on my board. Don't need you. Look at all these stud D tackles, hey? I could go with another linebacker. Second round pick for a long-term backup is a lot of capital, but could go him as my backup strong safety. Yeah, look, I'm not really sold on any of these guys, on moving up for any of these guys, but I'm going to have a lot of picks coming up, so
The Jets are now on the clock.
late first rounder. Oh, all the safeties went. There's only one backer left, so
The Bengals are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock.
late first rounder at 23. Late first rounder at 23. Who has better combined numbers? He does, and he's taller, so 72, that's good.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Alright, who else is going? This would be upgrading over the third quarterback. Yeah, we'll chuck in these second round receivers. So I've scouted 1 billion receivers and no tight ends. I'll just sim to the start of the next round.
The Bears are now on the clock.
Heaps of quarterbacks left. I'll take these D tackles off the board for now, because I definitely don't need them. Oh wait, this isn't my pick. Because I'm a nerd, I'll just see if heaps of quarterbacks start coming off the board. Okay, so that's one. I still won't trade up unless another one gets picked.
Are now on the clock. The Texans
Right.
are now on the clock.
Alright. I'm going to use some of my draft capital to move up and get this guy. So who's picking? The Texans. Yeah, I'd trade that for him. I wouldn't trade that. I wouldn't trade that. Trade that. That might be enough. We'll see what else I can get just so I don't get screwed. I'll get a pick in next year's draft. Every pick counts.
Well, if you're wondering what the delay is, I think we've got a trade coming here.
Ben Oakley, 5'11", 220. It's a little stout quarterback.
The Lions are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock.
Take him off. Alright, two deep threat guys. He's 23. He's 22. He's a fair bit bigger. His combine numbers are more well rounded. He's younger, so
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
can you look at which guys have been picked? Right, so that's my draft class. I'd be interested to know what that other receiver, what's his name? Am I nerdy enough to remember this? Delvin Morrison. I'll see how good he is. So I got Biggers who's 70.
The Jets are now on
Okay, at this point, I'll just evaluate what positions need backups. So running back, definitely not receiver. Alright, if I'm moving a receiver to running back, which guy would it be? 6'3", 220, that's probably running back size, isn't it? Apparently he's a decent enough pass blocker. We'll just see what happens if I move this guy to running back. All these trendy numbers. Yeah, he's crap. So that's not good enough. Any other dude? So I'd release these guys, so I'm not really fussy about just experimenting with moving them to running back. Yeah, he's pretty good, but he's going to be the weakest power back you've ever seen. Break tackle 49, so he's just never going to... He might have some big plays, but he's never going to be able to break a tackle. Pass block's not bad. Yeah, but that break tackle's pretty bad, so... I'd keep Owens too, because he's a great returner. Whatever, man. I want to get a fourth tight end. Got heaps of good O-linemen. So I've got 5 D tackles because I drafted one. Got enough linebackers. Yeah, so really, it's just... I'd like to get a proper strong safety, but there's none left on the board. Of course, I could trade for one, but that might be too much work at this point. It's really just like a proper running back and a tight end. But I don't recall any of... Yeah, see... This guy's a good player. Might just draft him and cut another one of my edge defenders.
The Browns are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock.
Alright, let's see if I can get a proper safety in the trade market with the picks I've got remaining. And if I can throw in a tight end as well, that'd be good. Gilman's a pretty small dude. Tackle 73. Block shedding 60. That's acceptable. Except you're younger and way bigger. 80 tackle. Nah. Just settle for an inferior player overall rating wise, but more designed to play strong safety. yeah, we'll bring in Stevens, and we'll see if there's a. Basically, I don't really mind between Gilman or Stevens. It doesn't really matter to me. But we'll see if there's a tight end from either of those teams. What was it? Chargers or Vikings? Is there a backup tight end? Because I do need. I don't want to give up my cap space for him though. Chargers and Vikings, right? Should I get Nwada? Or Yaboa? Yeah, it'd be Yaboa, who's an absolute monster in real life as well. I'll just check because there might be a better player. Who are the other? This is. No wonder I'm single, huh? Nah, none of y'all are good enough. So I'll get Stevens and Yaboa.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All it took was a 4th rounder to get those two guys.
the Jets are now on the clock.
What are you doing? At this point, probably draft players and then. Oh no, I should trade into next year. But I'll just have a look at who's left on the board. Oh boy. Alright, so it's basically, would I rather Tavon Jackson, 3rd rounder, or trade this for a pick next year's draft? Or get a proper running back as a backup? Yeah, I think I'll do that. I need a backup power back. And remember this, I could just pick up the guy in free agency, but it might be better just to get a cheapie, like a guy on a low contract for long term, because I really don't need these picks, and I've got a few more picks to trade back with anyway, so what's an acceptable guy to trade this pick for? Maybe like 70. Try and get a 74 overall rating. Because when you add these parameters, it just makes it a bit easier when you're actually searching for someone. He's probably good enough as a power back. 2 more years on the contract. A lot of guys. It's just so annoying how it goes to the top of the menu. You're a bit too old, sorry. But he might be on a multi-year contract. No. Oh, he's a monstrous power back. I'd have a loaded running back room if I get this guy. He's very young, but we'll see how many years on that contract. 2 years. So it's basically a competition between White and Williams here. But we'll just see if we can get White for this pick. Probably not. Yeah.
Hold on now. This pick
Okay.
is trading teams.
And then I'll trade these last players, these last picks for next year's picks if the offer
Jets
comes
are
through.
now on the clock.
Because I just don't need any more players, man. No matter how good they are. 160. Any 4th rounders for next year? No. That'll do.
How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade. The Jets are now on the clock.
That'll do.
What wait looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming.
So 7th rounders might not seem like much, but it can add up. Draft recap. So what was I? It was Morrison or something? In the... Oh, well I can't... Is there an option to look at every team? Yeah. So I picked my receiver. In the 3rd round. So the other guy was equal value, so it would probably be taken pretty soon after. It was Morrison, wasn't it? So that's my guy. There we go. So he's a 70 as well. Yeah, so I just basically got a younger guy with the same rating.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Alright, after all this, how much cap space? Fair bit. I'm happy with that. Before I forget, I'll spend some XP. DB training for show. And I don't think I'll waste training on the specialists. Any upgrades? Should I bring back Hargrave to be an upgrade over Matabuki again? Bringing our cap to 8 to 9 mil? I could. That would keep Watt out. Yeah, I should do that. My team is OP. Who's that dude? Oh, he was the edge rusher I drafted. Sorry, Jordan Love. I did sign you to a contract Look, I got you on a couple of years, so you might start next year when Hayward moves on, because he might retire or his value will be much lower. But you're the 4th DB because I just drafted. Alright, so he was a man-to-man corner, so... But his zone coverage is crap as well, so it doesn't really matter whether you're going for a slot or man-to-man. There's a high chance that the zone coverage will be crap. Yeah, bringing in Hargrave would mean that JJ could go outside. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the video here. I think I'm going to upload this because it'll provide some clarity of what a team looks like after after 3 seasons if I've built it. So, very well-rounded roster, a few superstars, or fair few superstars. Like, this team should be a perennial Super Bowl team, but I've been stuffing up with my own play and also not making sure that it was definitely a 3-4 defense, because I was having edge rushers play off the ball, which is not conducive to success. So yeah, I'll upload this video and I might pick this up, like maybe playing the game less, but doing all this fun off-field stuff. Maybe. I do what I want. Alright? Have a good day, folks. Peace and love.